Hey Internet, I'm Chaz.
And I'm Dan. Welcome to Wine of Serious Business. I think this is 304. Not too sure. As you can see, this is a new thing for our show. But we had some interesting bottles put together today. Thought it'd be fun to do them blind. And instantly, I want to gesture with my hands, but it's dangerous, so I can't. Chaz said, I can't do them blind. All the wines are different color. What are we gonna do?
Yeah, because it's a single blind for Chaz, but a double blind except for one for Dan.
And someone brought up, we could put on blindfolds. We could do this. So Joy was kind enough to join us and make sure the wine ends up in the glass. Matt contributed a couple of these bottles.
That would actually be a really great show if we just said it.
We're just trying to just pouring wine all over our pants. It's a good time.
Pour the same one 3 times.
You know, so this is single to sort of double blind champagne. Tonight.
Let's go get the first wine pour.
Yeah, let's get okay.
So go ahead and mix them up, and then So the whole problem here is that we wanted to do some champagne for a show. And we picked 3 different champagnes that are all different colors. One's a full
4 different ones, right?
So originally it was 3, but then Dan and Joy brought what is it? It's the Analemma Blanc de Noir.
Yep.
This is weird.
Yep.
Blanc de Noir.
Got it.
Sparkling one. Got it. I'm sorry, I'm failing. It's like is it Atavis Vineyard or is it?
It's got to be. Does it say Atavis on there? You can look when you get a chance. But
I mumbled a little bit there. Basically, what we want to happen.
Okay, yeah, right. We'll talk about it when we take the blindfolds off.
What we want to happen was see how the Atavis compares to 3 really nice champagnes from sort of varying price points.
Because numerous people with a lot of experience that we respect have said this is the best American sparkling wine they've had. So
yeah, it's true.
We're giving it a good shake against some good stuff from France. Matt, where does this rate, like in your range of producers in Champagne? Where do the bottles you bring rate?
So one of them is like my favorite of that particular style, and so it is like by far and above amazing. The other one also like up there and probably like the top 15. So they're pretty amazing. The other is just like, and probably one of my favorite wines just in general is the other one of them. So
Joy, have you had any of these wines before?
No.
Okay, you have a glass, right?
Yes.
Great. Let's get into it.
I'm trying to think about what this would be.
Oh, this is so rich.
I know exactly which one this is.
Yeah, this one is from Champagne.
Yeah, this
it's
this
like
has gotta be from Champagne.
Buttery frosting, just like yeasty bomb.
Buttery frosting.
Yeah, it's got the big time like cake frosting, sort of like cake batter. I mean, a lot of that like a yeasty, sweet aroma coming out of the glass.
It's totally like a cake.
I'm 99% sure what this one is.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Yeah.
So are we going to do the guess at the end? If you and I can guess.
Yeah, we'll have to guess.
Well, based on what Matt's saying right now, he's sort of tipping me off.
Sorry. We should probably not do the guessing right now.
Yeah. Don't say...
We'll save the guessing at the end.
Yeah. But, man, the richness on the nose and the palate here is super... It's just delicious. I mean, I'm one of those guys that I like my champagnes and sparkling wines to be... There's not really a term for it other than slutty. I like them when they've got some sweetness, when they've got like really bright, open, easy fruit to.
It feels. What it reminds me of is like, and this is like, maybe this is because I'm blindfolded and I'm like left up to my imagination. But do you remember in like the mid to late '90s those Cool Whip commercials where like the strawberries would fall into the cream? That's exactly what this tastes like right now.
Yes.
Yeah. So, actually.
I generally like the fruit here. Like the fruit is really tart, and I can see without that richness added through the other production methods that this could be overwhelming.
Mm-hmm. It's like slightly underripe strawberries, right?
Yeah.
The strawberry thing that Matt mentioned is totally there.
And like the cream note, like definitely a dairy note is totally there.
Holy shit, that's good.
What do you think, Joy?
This smells awesome.
I love it. I love it. I have to be very objective right now.
But in the world of sparkling wine, this is a style you appreciate? Yeah.
God damn, that's good.
I'm not quite as enthusiastic as he is. It's like the richness is...
Dude, it's like, and it doesn't have any of those like oxidative qualities really. It's like just rich and just like...
Chaz, put your glass on the table. Do you guys want rinse?
Yeah. I don't... Honestly, it doesn't really matter, but if you want to rinse it, we can rinse it, but it might take more time than it's worth.
Yeah, maybe no rinse.
Just pour them,
It'd take a lot of time.
Keep the cadence of the show going.
It increases the risk of a spill.
Yeah. But this is fantastic champagne.
Yeah. Are we going to score it?
Nope. You do whatever you want.
You don't want to do blind scoring?
No.
I'll score it.
Fine.
I'm going to put that at 92. That shit is just popping out of
put your hand out.
control. So exemplary.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Rich, I agree with Dan's points that it is somewhat tart, right? But I think it's played really well with like good sweet elements, good rich elements that I don't know. I find it really interesting.
Yeah,
It's delicious.
that fatty creaminess kind of like
Yeah.
balances it out quite a bit because it is tart. Like right at the beginning of the palate, you get that
Yeah.
like strawberry, like an underripe strawberry that's sort of like you buy from Fred Meyer versus like the wild strawberries from like the farmer's market. But
It's strong.
There's a wonderful champagne though.
that's so good.
It's strong across the board, so I'd like it like with a dessert.
Wait, Joy, is this my rinse? I can.
No,
everything
no,
we're
feels.
just pouring.
Oh, everything feels heavy. It's weird.
It's different.
Yeah.
Is that a
This smells like
Minnesota
unripe
that-
strawberries
That's
to me.
different?
No, he's not from there.
This definitely smells like a bowl of strawberries. Definitely none of the creamy or rich notes out of the last
It's a
one.
lot more funky, I think, too. You get a little bit of that like dirty.
A little bit of dirt. Like you
terroir
just picked them from the
qualities.
field, so you got to wash the strawberries
wet
before you
bowl
eat
of
them.
strawberries.
Exactly.
Chaz, you guys pick a lot of strawberries, right? That's something you.
We were gonna go do that today, it just didn't work out.
Where'd you go? Where would you go?
Oh, Helvetia. There's a really nice farm out by Helvetia.
What's it called? Shout out to the farm.
I don't know the name.
All right.
Strawberries are us, berries are us.
Something like that.
You
Yeah.
pick.
It's a family.
Yeah, it's just a
one.
you pick, family you pick.
If you go up to Helvetia Tavern and keep going just a little bit and then turn right,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
there's big signs.
Yeah.
for berries.
There's a little sort of minerality maybe coming out of the nose, like the acids just kind of playing it out, like the like sort of chalky aspirin thing. Like just
But the spice, there's like a
hint of-
spiciness too.
Yeah.
It's like kind of spicy and just like, yes, super spicy.
Oh, this is awesome on the palate, though. It's like the little underripe
Whoa.
strawberries to start, and then it slowly blooms, and the strawberries like have more ripeness and weight to them. Bubbles stay light. Yeah, fresh, fun. Not fun. No, fresh,
what's that
engaging.
flavor?
Yeah,
Why not fun?
There's like a distinct flavor there.
Fun.
Yeah, it's
seems
like
to
a-
be too simple of a word.
it's almost like a
It's
limey
not.
flavor going
It's
on.
definitely complicated.
Like key lime.
Complicated fun.
I've had that before.
Yeah, maybe. So knowing what these are, well, we can't pick yet.
Yeah, we're picking at the end. I have
pick at the end.
I have a hunch.
This is number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. I've got an idea based on this. Just tastes like things I've had previously. The finish is sort of a giveaway. It's sort of an acidic sort of that aspirin-y thing is sort of there a little bit on the finish too. Adds that
Oh,
sort of a
just a
chalky
little
feel.
bit. There
Adds
is.
like a
I'm
chalky
with you on that.
feel
Yeah,
to the feel. That said, the expression of fruit flavors on the palate is wonderful.
God, it's
here.
nuts.
Oh, yeah.
It
It's really
evolves.
good.
They're delicate and lasting and complex.
This,
Man, a little
this
bit
is
of
really
green
good.
apple.
It's
I
so,
could-
and it's so different from the first one. The first one was
So
just like
different.
fat and just like
What is
pummels
that
your
flavor?
face. This one is like just delicate and like, but also like complex and very like light and refreshing.
And I could drink so much of this. I could drink. I could just sit and play video games and drink 3 bottles of this all night long.
There's a
It sounds
flavor
like
here, like a red
lovely
fruit
romantic
flavor
night, right?
that's reminding me somewhere in between like raspberry and strawberry. But there's just something there where you can kind of taste those elements, but there's like, I don't know, it's very captivating. Just like there's a flavor that I'm like, I can't
like a
pick it.
boysenberry.
Something, man. Like it's the fruit expression here is fantastic. Like Dan says, it evolves. It's got multiple flavors, multiple facets. It's awesome.
We got to bring one to Michael Hilgert. Have him tell us what berry it is.
That's true. Yeah.
Man, the acidity on that one is so
Oh, yeah.
good. It's so refreshing and just like.
Thanks for keeping us on time here.
Yes.
Appreciate
Wow.
Thanks. I know that's usually Chaz's job, but we're all blind now.
it. Yeah, exactly.
This is really hard. I'm totally. And it's also making me realize how much I usually gesture with my hands when I'm doing this show, and I'm so afraid to do it now because it's gonna. Well, that's a horrible idea. It's a horrible idea.
Yeah, we can't really be as expressive, right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can
We
be-
should do a
I just
wine
keep
bar in
along
your
this wall
backyard
here.
like this.
Oh yeah.
All right, thank you.
All right, numero tres.
Babe.
Trace.
Wow, way different too.
Super. There's the bubbles are a lot more intense in this. I can even smell it. Like the bubbles are just.
A little bit of heat on the nose. Like,
Heat?
it's got a little bit of this like ethanol-y quality kind of coming through, right? It's
And I'm
like
getting a little
fumes.
like croissant or a little baked good or something. Do you get that baked
I
good,
can
Joy?
see that. I mean, it's
What's that
definitely not
Maybe
as
mixed
the baked good of expert.
it's definitely not as rich as the first wine, but like it's got like a more balanced version of the first one, right? Like it's got a little bit of the red fruit. It's got a little bit of that sweetness and that rich character, but it's nowhere
Yeah.
near as like big and gigantic. Which I honestly like. I liked the first one.
Yeah, the
right,
first
compared
one.
to this one, but
Yeah, I still see some of that buttercream
It still
richness.
smells nice. It smells really good.
But
Great fruit complexity on the mid palate too.
But as you smell it, it's like it's still got some. It's like this interesting like combination of like cakiness, but also like an ethanol type thing coming through.
I'm not getting that at all, even though
Yeah,
multiple people have mentioned it. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, just a little bit of richness. A little strawberry shortcake here, I think. I'd go with that. 'Tis the season.
I mean, the bubbles on it are
Little touch of bitterness in the back end. That's okay, because there's that richness early. That
Really
that's a good contrast.
fine mouthfeel on this. Bubble wise, like it almost
Yeah.
feels like it's not fully carbonated at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Is that? Do you guys
I'm with
experience that too? All right, like it feels almost like a still wine when I switch it around.
And I think it like rushed off really fast when it was poured. Well, you'd say, did it bubble a lot when it went into the glass or
A
no?
little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because those the aromatics were like super intense at first, and then it just kind of fizzled out.
Kind of an interesting evolution here. I think like good strawberry fruit in the mid palate, and it's full on like citrus with zest late. Like it's really tart, a little bit of pucker. I think you guys know that we're down with that. But
The nose has got
Wouldn't be
the.
for
You can
everybody.
smell like the barrel. Like you know how people will talk about oak in wines. Smell the nose.
Yeah.
now that
Do
you
you
say
smell
it,
it?
I can. Now that you say it, I can.
Yeah, which I honestly don't mind too much in sparkling wine.
I can
It's
see
like,
that,
you
actually.
can get away with it, right? When it's not super lean and super austere and missing that sort of sweet quality that you really like about champagnes. Like we're talking about sweetness just on a low level here, but like I like it when they can get away with a little showing the barrel, like the vanilla and the sort of like wood characteristics. And this has got a little bit of that. And I kind of like it.
Yeah, that's probably what I was confusing with the ethanol.
Chaz.
It's almost as if like
Chaz.
Oh, sorry.
if you have too much wood, like it gets a little bit of like it's not a bad quality, but
You
like
can never have too much wood.
you can never have too much wood.
Shut up.
But it's like you get a little bit of that extra
I
like
can never get enough wood.
that like woodiness character. This is mine. Perfect. All right.
I really like the evolution on that one anyway.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
complexity again. Like, yeah.
It's weird the fizziness on it though. You know what I mean? Like how it was so not fizzy.
I would believe, and I know that all of these are method champenois, but I would believe if somebody told me that second one was Charmat, was force carb.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? I would have not thought that at all.
Yeah. Okay. But
Excuse me.
Bubs.
We're gonna have like lots of burps tonight.
yeah, this one also
Lots
totally
of
got a
herbs.
yeasty thing on the nose. The first one was still
Big
far and
time.
away the strongest.
Yeah,
but
we
this
should put
is
the first one. If
Yeah, I
we were
know.
like doing this not blind, the first one probably would have been last.
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, otherwise the order's perfect, right?
Yeah.
Like 2, 3, 4, 1 would have been.
man, this
but you
is
can't
tough.
go back in time. You can't go back in time.
Yeah, this is actually hard now because I know what 3 of these are, actually no, 4. All 4 of them are. But
But dude,
That's a great
see,
mouthfeel.
I thought
You
I
do?
had 3 pinned.
I
and
thought I had it
now-
too. And this just threw it for a loop, man.
Yeah.
Good job, Joey.
This smells delicious.
A little more toasted baked good than the previous ones.
Yep. Agreed.
Yeah, is that dumb? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think?
What constitutes toasted?
It's a little darker.
Like a
I think it's
croissant.
a little
Yeah,
darker.
Like a
on
croissant
the
that's maybe
nose.
been overcooked a little bit. It's buttery.
What do you smell? What do you think?
It's got sweet aromas, like maybe like had some frosting or something with the croissant. Man, it smells buttery.
Oh, yeah,
It's
super
iced,
buttery.
like iced, like a cinnamon roll iced frosting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I agree.
Totally.
Where the first one had that like richness of like pound cake and cream and
Yes.
just like fucking crazy. This one's like a little bit more of like a toasted
It smells
croissant,
really good.
like rich but not as like sweet.
This smells really good.
Oh, it smells amazing.
Whoa, bubbles exploding on the
Yeah.
palate too.
Bubs for days.
Oh yeah, and then just like following that, the
Holy
richness
shit.
I know
washes
exactly what
across.
this is.
That palate.
Does that complicate things? Is this might be number 1 and number 4 could be interchangeable in your mind?
No.
Okay.
Because
Because there's plenty of richness here. I'm getting a little butter on the finish.
This is fucking good.
This
It's,
is
this is super good.
Bleep me. Bleep me, Dan. Like that was that you don't believe me. That was so
I know. I'm trying to do that less too, right?
This was
Less
this
please.
is
This
delicious.
is fantastic. The minerality on the mid palate.
Oh yeah, it's so balanced and so.
Jeez, this is good.
But it's a different type of balance. Like the first one was really balanced because it had that like crazy tartness going on with like the richness. This is balanced because it's got more of the mineral qualities with it, but more of that toasted richness to kind of offset it.
And if we were doing this for dinner, I would, or if I was hanging out all night, I'd drink a bottle of number 2, and then a bottle of number 4, and then 3, and then 1.
And then you throw up.
That's no, I don't. Well, it depends on
4
how much
bottles of
time I get
champagne,
that in.
Dan. Really?
I think I know what this one is now.
It'd take
Yeah.
hours. If I had like 10 hours, I could probably.
Wow. This is good wine.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Oh man, fucking A, that's good.
Wow.
And the
that's
way that it
fantastic.
like, it just lingers like with this like, kind of like candied raspberry, like at the end of the palate in your throat, just kind of hangs out.
It's like raspberry like tart or something.
Candy paint.
You
Yeah,
know?
like
One
a
of those
raspberry
was
tart.
super
Like a raspberry
grippy
tart.
at the end.
Right, yeah, it's
This
got
one is, or
texture
previous
like almost
one?
tannic grip, right?
Not as grippy as previous ones.
God, that's good.
It's nice.
I like the overall balance of this wine. I think the overall
Yes.
balance is superb currently. If you have these, drink them now.
Yes, at least a couple of them.
Yeah.
This is
Share them with friends
this
that you
is
care
beautiful
about.
wine,
Yeah.
So.
Oh man.
And I also will say that now that we've gotten through the full four, like
Yeah.
all four are really solid.
Agreed.
And this is, this
Okay.
is still
I think I know what these are.
Okay, so let's start out first. Which one do we think is the one from Oregon?
Maybe I'll guess first because I know the least. I only know I brought the one from Oregon and nothing else. So number 2 I feel like has to be the Analemma.
I agree.
I disagree. I think it's number 3.
Oh, I can't wait to see. That's great. I'm glad we're
I
disagreeing.
completely disagree. I think it's number 3.
I think
Joy, out of 2 and 3, which one do you prefer?
I'm not going to answer that.
Okay.
No, do it.
No.
Can you say which
It may
one's your
give
favorite
it.
one?
Wait,
No,
ask
I'm not.
that question after we guess all of them.
That's gonna about- you're right, you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
after we guess all of them, then answer the question.
Okay, so
Okay.
we're committed.
Yeah,
So who wants to pick? I have a good feeling of what I think all 4 are.
me too.
So you're gonna have to go with that. You two both go because I don't know enough about
You wanna go
champagne to
first,
guess
or you
blind
wanna
about
go
anything.
first?
But
Well, we already disagree on one of them.
Okay,
Either
so
way. So go ahead.
I think number 1's the most expensive. I'll say that.
Laherte Frere, number 1, and I think it's the most
No.
expensive.
I
I think number
disagree.
2 is the Analemma. I think number 3 is the Rodez, and I think number 4 is the Fidele.
Wow.
Is the
we're
Rodez
way
the
different.
pink or the?
Huh?
You shouldn't.
It's a
tell me. You
mystery. It's a
shouldn't tell
mystery.
me. Yeah.
So I am actually like I disagree with you on a lot of those actually.
Awesome.
So my first one is the one that you brought the what is it called, Chaz?
The
one-
Fidele.
Yeah, the Fidele.
So it's like Vouette and Sorbet.
Yep.
Sorbois.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's okay.
I think-
I think Sorbet. I think it's Sorbet in American.
That's number 1. I think
Terrible.
the Laherte Frere is number 2.
Wow.
And I think the Analemma is number 3, and I think the Rodez is number 4.
So y'all both agree on number 4 thus far.
I'm gonna have to give number 4.
No,
to
no, I
you don't.
You said
I said it
number
was the Vouette, and I think the Rodez is number 3.
Yeah, see, I think Rodez is number 4.
Interesting. Okay, Dan, what do you think?
I think that the number 3 is the Laherte Frere, right? Number 2 is Analemma. What we've got left, we've got Rodez and what else?
The Vouette and Sorbet.
You did.
Sorbet. Fidele.
Oh, that's so tough.
This is gonna be embarrassing because if
Rodez 4 and Vouette's number 1.
Hey, I go into this. You just shoot from the gut.
the thing is, and I claim that the Laherte Frere is one of my favorite wines too, and if I can't identify it,
All right,
that's
so
gonna be
this is great. So
embarrassing.
blindfolds off in 3,
All right,
2, 1.
Oh my god.
Oh!
Good job, Dan.
Dan wins. Winner.
No, I was
Wow.
wrong. On
No,
We
that.
agreed on this
Right.
one. Oh no, I got
No.
this one.
No, I was wrong across the board.
No,
Wasn't I?
no. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, you went that way. We
Yeah.
always go that way.
Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wait a minute.
1, 2, 3,
Yeah, you got
4.
it wrong, baby.
I got the whole
Okay.
thing.
All right.
You got the whole thing.
Wow.
I got the whole thing wrong? No, I got the Analemma right.
You got the Analemma right.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
The Fidele one was
Wow.
the one I didn't get, and I was
I don't
surprised.
remember it being that, like, over the top, slutty. I mean, it
They
was.
made the wines.
Yeah, I
This
did
was
not.
so surprising for all of y'all because y'all, I was,
That one, these two, I could have sworn this was that. Like, that was crazy. Because that spiciness is what I always associate with this wine.
Right.
This one I knew immediately was Rodez. Like, I could not miss that.
Man.
Okay, I haven't had the Rodez recently enough.
Oh,
Yeah, I
and you're
figured there-
paying for this too. It's even got the little
Well,
wax.
it's
crumple
honestly
bottle.
not a terribly expensive bottle of wine. It's like 40. Okay, so
That's 40 something.
48, 49. It's at the very top of
Wow.
the 40s. Okay, so this guy, the Fidele, is around, I think it'd be $44
And
a
I would have
bottle.
guessed 75 if you had asked
Okay.
me blind on the price. I should have done that, but
I think this is freaking awesome at the price point. That's why I brought
Oh,
it.
it's so slutty and good.
So the Atavis Analemma Sparkling, how much is it?
60 generally, I think. Yeah.
Totally, honestly, from a nerdy aspect, educational wise, it's worth buying at least a bottle, and I think it's delicious.
It delivers. And if you care about cool stuff going on in the United States and what's possible, you're crazy to not pick up a bottle.
Agreed. The Laherte Frere.
63.
Okay, yeah, and this is a pretty, like the
It's
the
100% Pinot Meunier.
The Rosé
so-
de
Oh,
Saignee,
really?
yeah, and the
Ah,
Rosé de
that's
Saignés are sort of rare, so it's a really cool bottle of
Yeah.
wine, right? And then this guy, the Eric Rodez,
Oh, man.
So this is a wine that's like a favorite of Matt and I.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely the best of them.
And that's not $75.
No, this is like 48.
Wow, that's
Jeez.
Yeah,
amazing.
best hit that producer in general. Best bang for your buck you can get.
Nice.
One of the best bang
So
for your buck.
is Eric Rodez still the mayor of Ambonnet or something like
I think
that?
so,
Heard about
yeah.
that? Yeah. So it's cool story behind this wine, but as far as packaging is concerned, one of the sexiest packages I've ever seen on a bottle of wine in my entire
It's
life.
really good.
The bottles here are
Huh?
awesome.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
You should just go to his house.
So Toby knows that like both of us like it. So whenever it hits town, it's like, oh, you know, the Rodez came in, right? You guys got to buy it while it's here.
And we got to let
It's
Matt
here,
give a
it's gone.
shout out here because this is kind of a friend
Yeah.
of ours that we
Yep.
haven't given enough love on the show.
Yeah.
Let's throw it out there.
To Eric Popmeyer.
Yeah, let's do it.
Eric Popmeyer. He lives 3 houses down from here.
Yeah.
He's one of the best, like, wine dealers in general in town. But his champagne is just on point. Like the stuff that
good
he
picks.
selects is so good, and it's like.
What
I
are
haven't
his
been
two
to-
strongest regions? So like champagne, he's one of the best champagne dealers probably in the country.
Yeah,
Right?
I mean,
like he's smart. He knows his wine.
he has a decent, like, a pretty good German selection as well. But his Piedmont selection in
His
Italy,
Italian stuff, he's
Italian
really
stuff is
nice.
so good. But I mean, that shows like he loves Italian
What's the
wine.
name of his company?
Sec wine.
Sec wine.
Sec wine.
So we'll put a link on there. We haven't been doing enough of that. I want to do more, and he's a cool dude. So
We should
yeah.
have him.
absolutely.
We should have him over sometime.
Yes.
He lives 3 houses down.
He'd probably do a show with us.
Yeah, he would do
It'd be a good
so
time.
down.
You could invite,
So-
yeah. Anytime we're drinking champagne like this, he'd probably come over.
Oh, yeah.
So,
You good?
yeah.
So Joy, what was your favorite?
Oh, I would say number 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I fully
Just
agree
for the
too.
palate, just for the the bub sensation.
Yeah, I think having these side by side, the Rodez crushed it.
Yeah.
I'm so
Just the
pumped that we did
balance.
this to blindfolds too. I think
Yeah.
this is a great experience.
Well, I think, and we were, you and I were so excited about this one up front too, and I was super excited about this. This is still fucking amazing. All of them are amazing.
Yeah.
Like there's not a bad wine here, but this one I'm so glad that it performed too, because it's like
Yeah.
it's just fantastic.
So for me, the giveaway on the Analemma was the finish. That was just where I was like, this tastes like an Oregon wine. I like it. It just had that. I don't know.
Something was a little different. Yeah.
It was different. Yes.
See, and what threw me between these two and why I flip flopped this was that like this has that spicy character, and when I tasted the spiciness in the Analemma, I was like, holy shit, that's Laherte immediately.
Okay.
And it like it completely
It
threw me off.
Yeah.
Like if these ones were not so close together, I probably would have been able to guess them because this one I just have had so much, but. The spiciness threw me off on that one. I did not expect that to have that. So.
And we did say so this is 100% out of his vineyard, right? That's
Yep.
super high elevation, right? The Pinot Noir never gets
Right.
like super ripe, so they throw in the sparkling wine, they make killer rosé out of it.
And it made a fantastic. This is the first vintage of their sparkling wine.
And I
well
think
done.
this is like peak selection, right, for this too, and it totally delivers.
totally, it totally
They're
delivers.
crushing
yeah.
it. They're crushing it. Yeah.
So
Sweet.
Good times. I hope you guys had as much fun as we did. With
was
this.
awesome.
I guess that's probably impossible.
we
but
gotta
I
do
hope
more
you
blind
enjoyed it.
shows like that.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I think it works good for you guys.
Yeah, the blind
Heightens
folds are fun.
awareness.
It's even cooler
Thank
because
you,
you like
thank
you
you
don't
so
even know
much
what's
for
in
pouring
there.
wine.
Yeah,
for
thank
us.
you.
Yeah,
that worked out great. So, do you have a question? Or
We're not doing
anything?
that anymore either. So
Why not?
I
wish
nobody
we
answers
did.
them. I'm kind of really,
Yeah, honestly,
gonna
the
have a
question is the one thing
disagreement
it feels like we should do still.
really, but nobody responds except John Moser.
That's
We love
okay.
you, John. But
But we gotta.
Maybe it makes people
Shout out to
think.
John Moser.
Yeah, shout out to John Moser. For
Yeah, that's
responding
true,
to the
yeah,
questions.
he's-
David Paris responds too.
actually, it's when they're into it. I bet he'll watch this show too.
This is a good show.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we
Don't
can't
look
think of
at
a
me.
shot.
I'm not
So I
necessarily.
got
yes.
one.
Okay,
What is your favorite? So if we think about like traditional champagnes, right? You have like the Blanc de Blanc, like the sort of Blanc de Noir, anything from the Champagne region. What is your favorite non-traditional champagne, or non-traditional method champenois? Sorry.
All right.
Like stuff outside of Champagne.
No, it can be inside of Champagne, but like this, for example, this is a Pinot Meunier, like
Oh,
from
I see what you're
Champagne.
saying, yeah.
That's like just not what you when you think of Champagne, like you think of
Yeah.
the big houses. You think of some of the more common grower combinations, but like non-traditional, just doing some nerdy stuff with method champenois.
Oh, so the Ulysses Colleen wines across the border are some of my favorites, but they do a Rosé de Saignee. I'm not sure which grape it is. I know that you said this is 100% Pinot Meunier. I'm not sure what it is, but it's just my favorite. It's so weird and just different.
So my favorite when I was back in Minnesota, and I even brought one back, Dewdrop Wines, dewdropwines.com, is doing a Method Champenois Sparkling Marquette out of Minnesota.
Okay.
And I did a little tasting with our friends out of Kramer Vineyards and with our friend Bo, and both of them said this is the best Marquette they've ever had. Of course, this isn't going to upturn the world and everybody's going to be making Marquette instead of Pinot Noir. That's not going to happen. Sure. But it's cool wines. It's something you would never expect, and it's enjoyable and representing a region that's new and coming up. So
cool.
Yeah, cool stuff.
Yeah, for me, I mean, honestly, it's this wine. This one, because I love Pinot Meunier in general is just awesome. Like, it's such an underrepresented grape, and this wine in general is just fucking. I love this wine, and it's so different from everything else that you would expect from Champagne. And so
I agree with that.
Yeah, and it's Laherte in general is pretty amazing, but this is his shining star.
Like how relaxed the bubbles are on it are like really mind.
And these are the one that does like the all 13 varieties and about that's these guys too.
Super cool.
Yeah, and this is just totally just Pinot Meunier, and that's it. I'm sad the price has gone up a little bit, but I'm still cool with it because it's still amazing. So.
That's how it works.
Any favorite unusual sparkling wines you've had?
Oh, just the sect, the Riesling.
Imashonker, get your shout out.
Yeah.
Daniel. Yeah.
Sparkling Riesling.
See that?
Shout out to Daniel.
It's so good.
Sorry, babe.
No,
Bleach it out.
no, there's no more. I shouldn't say no more, but far less bleeding too. Yeah. It's a new wine and serious business after 5 years. We're being more honest.
More bold.
Getting gritty.
More
Chaz.
passionate.
Yeah.
More gritty.
Well, sure. Are you gritty?
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's pretty great. Yeah.
I'm pretty gritty.
Yeah.
That's true.
Cheers.
Thanks
All
for
right,
watching,
guys.
everybody. See you next time.
See you guys next time.